I want to change lives. I want to show people how to progress in their money. I want to show people how to progress in their mindset. I want to show people how to progress in their brand so that way they can take care of their family, take care of their finances, and experience freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of the RK3 Show. I'm your man, Robert Kennedy III, RK3. That's me, and I'm in the house today with another amazing guest. Today, my guest is Andy Audate. Listen, Andy, I know that I'm going to start this from the beginning with a question for you. I know that you are not from the United States originally, at least your family is not. So I want you to give me that pronunciation that's as your family pronounces it.
Well, my dad says Audate, and then
Yeah.
but I use the English version, which is Audate. So
Yeah.
French Haitian is Audate, English version Audate.
I love it, man. So I just tell everybody a little bit about your story. Andy was born in Boston, and Andy grew up as the son of Haitian immigrants. And as we know, people that are from the Caribbean, like myself, we come from a different level of, I would say, wealth than other people do. So the mindset is a little bit different. So there's some elements of, I would say, struggle or grind or hustle that are a little bit different than somebody that might have been born with a silver spoon in their mouth. So tell us a little bit about how that mindset framed how you grew up, man.
No, seriously, and 100%. It's really having that mindset of I have to get it, whatever it is. And what I learned from my parents, I mean, I was just thinking about my grandfather a couple of days ago. My grandfather is laying down on his deathbed right now, and I was thinking about his journey of having an idea at one point, going to his wife, which is my grandmother, going to his wife and saying, "Hey, I'm willing to go to the United States. We have no family. We barely speak English. I have a motorcycle and I have a tire business
Wow.
where we're selling, restoring, and refurbishing tires. And I'm willing to go to the United States and make it work." And thinking about that journey or that decision that my grandfather took to come to the United States alone, and then get to a point where he got here, get a job, get some bread, get some money, get his brother and his sister over here, get his wife, get his kids to the United States. And now you speak English, and now we have, I don't know, maybe 50, 60, maybe 100 people in my immediate family who now reside in the United States, and we're all well off. Where my grandfather's hard work created doctors, created dental hygienists, created lawyers, created the whole 9 yards down the list of educational jobs. My grandfather's hard work created that. And then me being the first generation, so out of the whole entire family, I'm the first one that was born in the United States. So that put a little pressure on my back saying, hey, like you got to this point. Like, all right, so you born here now. And you're in an opportunity, you better make the best of it in the next 80 years, man. And do the math, young man, 80 times 365. You best make the opportunity a great opportunity.
Wow. So you're the first that's born here, but I don't know if people are, this is going to be audio, so people are not seeing the video, but if they're seeing the video, it's clear that you're a fairly young person, right? And yet you've had a lot of great opportunities. I think one of the things that attracted me to you, I think I saw you on social media on a stage. I believe it was Les Brown. I think there were some other heavy hitters that were a part of that event. And I'm saying, wow, this guy's really young and he is aligning himself with some of the top speakers, some of the top people in the world. How did you know that you could even get into those places, those doors so early in your life?
I didn't know, but I made it happen. And I think what some people are looking to accomplish in life or to experience in life is like when doors just kind of swing open for them. So they're waiting on God's timing. They're waiting for doors to open, and at some point it'll magically appear. And I think those people end up realizing at a point later in life where they're like, shit, the door is never open. So was I made to have an average life? Am I made to have a mundane life? And I decided at a young age, very early on, that I'm not gonna just wait around, because my grandfather didn't just wait around for a boat to come to the United States. My family,
Right.
my mom didn't just wait around and say, one day something's amazing gonna happen. It was like, hey, I got a family to take care of. My mom said, I got a family. My dad said, I got a family. I'm gonna make it happen by any means, whatever it takes. So I took that same mindset, and at a young age, starting as young as 8 years old and 9 years old and 10 years old, where I just decided to go out and make it happen, whatever my thought process was at the time.
Yeah. So you've been around some of these heavy hitters, Les Brown, Laura Langemeyer. You've got a who's who of people that are connected to you. What causes people to listen to what you have to say? I know that a lot of times younger people don't go into certain rooms because they don't feel like they're going to be heard. How are you able to walk into a room and people listen to what you have to say?
That's a great question, Robert, and I thank you for asking that. I think that what allows me to be heard, number one, is my tenacity. What people are attracted to is my grit and my hustle. There's so many people who are double my age and beyond, where they're saying, "Man, this guy, like I inspire them." I was hanging around with someone who's a mentor, a friend of mine, and he's also a multi-millionaire. And periodically, he'll message me and say, "Hey, man, can I take you out to lunch?" Usually, it's the other way around, where the young buck is asking the mentor, "Hey, can I take you out to lunch so I can learn from you?" Well, this specific person asked me, "Hey, can I take you out to lunch?" periodically, and he divulged to me the one time during lunch that he said, "Man, the reason why I want to keep bringing you out, man, is because like your energy revives mine." Like I'm around successful people all the time, and they're like, they're experiencing the success. They're like, "Hey, man, we did that 10 years ago. Hey, man, we did that 20 years ago." But Andy, when you're coming in determined, when you're coming in hungry, when you're coming in like, "I need to get it," that inspires me to go back into that mindset. So I need to be around you. I want to be around you. Your youth is what I'm attracted to. Your hustle is what I'm attracted to. Your grit is what I'm attracted to.
So how does somebody develop that, though? Because, I mean, I've read this great book, Grit, by Angela Duckworth, right? And you have all of these other personal development books. What is it inside of you, and is it something that's quantifiable that you can teach somebody else to develop that type of hustle mentality that you're just going to go and get what it is you need to get?
At 211 degrees temperature, Fahrenheit, of water on the stove, it looks flat, equivalent to 50 degrees. So you got 50 degrees water on the stove, you got 211 degrees hot, piping hot, you put your hand in, you're going to burn yourself. But it looks the same. At 212 degrees, that 1 degree difference is what makes water boiling. That's exactly what makes the water boil and have a different form. And what I recognize is that the reason why I'm successful and a lot of other people are successful is because of that 212th degree. So I don't actually believe that the 212th degree can be taught, because that extra 1 degree is the extra hours. For example, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 11:22 California time right now, and I woke up 7 hours ago and change. So I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning. What is that? That's that 1 degree for me, where I say, "Hey, I need to maximize my day." Where the average everyday person who's at 211 degrees and below is gonna say, "Oh man, I'd rather just stay in for the day, or I'd rather stay in for the morning, but I have a jump." So you want to have that mindset of having that jump on the rest of the world, and it's gonna be that 1 degree shift. Like it's not teachable. It's an innate desire that you have to win.
So based on that, does somebody quit or give up because they feel like they see, and we just came off the world being changed because Kobe is no longer here, and there was talk about his Mamba mentality and how he was just a killer, an assassin in some ways, not just on the court, but in how he pursued business opportunities. If someone feels like they don't have what you have and they see you, do they just quit? What do they do?
That's a great question, Robert. And I think what needs to be done is that people need to find the why. And I think the why that is most common that allows people to go to that next level and have that 1 degree push is a recognition of dependency. So I recognize that, for example, people in my network, when they're single men, when they're a single man without any responsibilities besides their 6 feet, besides their apartment or besides their home and their car, they're reckless. They don't really care about life. They can go to the clubs. They can go have fun. And it's as soon as they get a woman pregnant, for example, or their girlfriend pregnant or their wife pregnant, and they realize that child is dependent on that man like sees this child and is like, oh my gosh, I'm responsible for this person. They change. They make a complete radical shift in their life. And if you recognize that your success your success has dependence, which means that there's somebody depending on you. For example, I was just thinking about this yesterday. There was an 18-year-old boy who came to the Progression Conference. I run a one-day business conference called the Progression Conference.
Yeah.
And this 18-year-old boy was looking at me at a restaurant one day. One day he's looking at me at a restaurant. I see him reading a book. I give him No More Average. No More Average is a book that I wrote. So I walk into this restaurant. To my left, young dude looking at me. I look at him. I say, what are you reading, young man? He says, hey, I'm reading Shoe Dog, the book by Nike, the book about Nike's growth. And I said, okay, so you're into personal development. Let me give you my book. He takes my book, goes home. I never see him again. Never heard from him. But here's what happened. At the Progression Conference, he walks up to me. He says, hey, man, can I take a photo with you? I said, yeah, sure. So he takes a photo with me, and I just got off stage, and he says, do you remember me? I said, no, I don't remember you. He says, I was at the restaurant 3 months ago when you gave me the book. I said, I gave you the book, but how did you end up here? Well, after getting your book, I went to Google you. I found your podcast. I listened to all the episodes. Then I heard you talk about the Progression Conference. So I went to the website. I signed up, got my ticket, and came. And let me tell you something, Andy. I'm 18. You're 25. You're 24 at the time. You opened up my mind to recognize what's possible at my age.
Wow.
So it's recognizing that person has a dependency on recognizing that it is possible to be successful if I'm successful.
Yeah. So it's just about unlocking. Everybody has that thing inside them. They just need to be able to unlock it. And you do that through mentorship, through coaching, through just being willing to align yourself with the keys in some respects to unlocking that. So let me ask you this, and this is we're going to wrap up with this here. You're doing what you're doing, and you mentioned that out of your family came lawyers, doctors, hygienists, a lot of different things. The world is changing a bit, right? And so back in the day, you could go to school and just come out and get a job. Right now, we're in a place where you've got to be able to generate differently. You have so much opportunity to create your own path. And that's why Gary Vee and some of these people really have this message. What is it that you feel young people should really be concentrating on right now in order to really hit success as the world's job market changes?
What you need to be concentrating on in this day and age, and recognizing that the past is the past, and we have completely shifted from the way that we do business in the marketplace. And recognizing that today, what's most valuable is your credit, but not your credit with your credit score and your social security number, your social media credit, your brand credit. And your brand, your personal brand is going to be the key determining factor if you're successful in the future when there's a challenge in the economy. If there's a challenge in the economy and your personal brand is the lowest in the marketplace, you're going to feel the effects of that. If it's the highest where you're known, you're also going to feel the effects of that. No matter what industry you're in, no matter what business that you're dealing with, even if you're a W-2 employee, you need to have a personal brand where people in the marketplace are attracted to you and know you, like you, as well as trust you.
Awesome. Listen, you have so much fabulous information and you've shared with us a lot of gold nuggets. Where do people get in contact with you online? Where do we find you?
The best place right now is to learn about the Progression Conference. The Progression Conference is a one-day business seminar where I bring in the top entrepreneurs who are doing $500,000 in sales, $1 billion in sales, and I put them on stage and I say, hey, I need you to teach me and the audience different strategies on how we can grow our net worth, grow our sales so we can maximize our income, to market our brand, so that way in the future we have the strongest commodity, which is a personal brand. And number 3, what are some personal development strategies that I can utilize to overcome the hurdles in running a small business? So first thing, we're going to talk about sales. Second, we're going to talk about marketing. Third, we're going to do personal development strategies, all in one day, a jam-packed event where you're going to learn, network, and grow with other like-minded individuals. ProgressionTicket.com is the website. Once again, that's ProgressionTicket.com. ProgressionTicket.com.
Awesome. Andy Audate, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I really appreciate you, man.
Robert, thank you so much for having me on your show today.